Welcome back, YouTube. So in today's video, we're going to be going over the price action of the market because we did see a pretty significant sell-off today. And then we're also going to do like a general market analysis to kind of see where things are headed based off of the macros that we know. What we're looking at here is Bookmap with Dogecoin and the current price action. And we talked about this last night as far as for the support building of the buy orders that were already set in place. And if we were to get that breakdown, they should support Dogecoin, and that's exactly what happened over the last 24 hours. Dogecoin is pretty much trending along that support level. So pretty much this area here right below the price action is where we're getting the support for Dogecoin. This is right at around like 12.8. And we'll see that lower down here at 11.8, we have significant buy orders, which is saying that, okay, if we do get that breakdown in the market, then we're going to get a bounce off of that area. And because it's really dark red, typically that means that those buy orders are going to fill and we'll get a price action, pretty much a bounce back in the opposite direction. That's where we get those little flash crashes once we break it below like that 12 range, because the buy orders are so great down there, we typically get a bounce in the other direction. But as of right now, Dogecoin is holding up at the support levels, and we're pretty much trending alongside that. Now, I did see a few things that are concerning overall in the market, which would kind of indicate where we're headed over the next few days, because we did get a significant sell-off today, and we know that Bitcoin is kind of like a header for the market. And I did want to show you guys something that I see is pretty interesting. So what we see here is the effort to pretty much push Bitcoin down. We see that here we have Bitcoin trending was this along the 36.5 range, and we see significant resistance here to kind of get those sell orders to push it down. The sell orders kind of backed away. What is this, about 10, 15 minutes ago, and then we see that immediately Bitcoin is starting to rise, and we pretty much are having very little resistance because they haven't built another wall pretty much to push Bitcoin down. But pretty much if they can get a significant wall here at around like the 36.8 range, this is pretty much in like $20, $30 increments, but this is pretty much a free fall here down to around 36.3. So, but as you can see, without this sell wall up here, Bitcoin is free to climb. And that's pretty much what we're seeing here until once these pools of liquidity get a little stronger here to get that resistance level. And we see kind of these up here, they're kind of intensifying here. So I'm pretty sure within the next few moments, we're going to see a wall appear up here to pretty much try and create some resistance against Bitcoin. Now, based off of the action that we're seeing today here, especially with the effort to push Bitcoin down, typically this can be indicative of where they want the general market to go. And we talked about this yesterday, pretty much after the Feds raised the rates of 0.50, which we talked about a few weeks ago as well, but the market seemed to have taken it well. And I made the point to keep note of that, the fact that the market does not run, it does not go on bull runs and uncertainty and fear. Short term, you can kind of create that hype or that catalyst to make it seem like everything's okay. But ultimately, when you're raising interest rates, the money becomes more expensive to borrow. So typically, they're going to have to raise the money or rebalance their portfolios if they want to get out of positions that they have to pay a lot of interest on, short positions, margin, stuff like that, and rebalance those portfolios. There's a couple ways to do this, and both of them involve selling. You can pretty much sell now to get the price action down, to be in front of the curve here, capitalize off of some FOMO, and kind of jump back in to catch like the price action once it's kind of settled off a little bit. If you're short term bullish on it, but I don't believe that's the case for this market. Or you can simply pump the market, create the illusion, get people to kind of take like some options, get some new money in there, and then sell from underneath them. And I believe that this is somewhat of what we've seen here, but I don't believe enough people fell for it. So we're seeing pretty much them just pretty much taking some cash off of the top here. And I also see that a lot of people shorted the market today as well. Last year, inflation was transitory. It was 0.25 is going to be enough. And now we're doubling it. We're not entertaining 50. Now we're at 0.50. Now we're not entertaining 0.75. And so we see that the Fed pretty much doesn't really have a great grasp on what's going on. So we kind of can expect that going forward, that confusion overall in the market. We can also see that without the sell walls, Bitcoin is rising pretty rapidly. And these larger green bubbles here are pretty much a lot of buy orders coming in. So let's look at Dogecoin here before we go over to trading view. And we'll see that we are trending again. Yeah, we're still trending right along that line of support here, which is great because that's pretty much going to, as long as we're not having any sells building up here to kind of push us down, this is going to be our floor here. So pretty much short term here, we're looking at a floor roughly of where we are now at around like the 12.8 range, because this support here is building beneath us. We can get a breakdown. We're going to get that bounce from 11.8, and we can take, and we don't see any shorts building up here. We're going to confirm that on a different chart. And looking at this chart here, we can see that there's a little green candle for Doge shorts, but we are still below the 21-day moving average, which is going to allow Doge to move more freely and be more fluid. And typically the way the market is breaking down, they don't typically feel the need to apply as much short pressure, because typically when there's massive fear in the market, people are going to kind of sit on the sidelines and kind of wait to see what happens. If we're going to get that breakdown, should they, is the whole, should I buy now, wait later? And they can kind of capitalize off of that to kind of, save themselves the trouble of having to pay for shorts and stuff like that, and just kind of let Dogecoin kind of consolidate naturally. Because if we, remember looking at the chart on Bookmap, there's really no downward pressure. So if we were to catch a major catalyst or get any major buying pressure, Dogecoin is free to take off right now. And we can actually take a look here at the charts to see where we last got rejected. But it's looking like we got rejected, off of our 21-day moving average. So we are pretty much, we're building another green candle here, because again, without shorts, Dogecoin typically will hold its own or trend upward. So we got the rejection off of 21-day moving average, and we are trending sideways and getting that positive upward movement on the coin. Keep an eye out for this price action. Again, this is really short term because we've seen the suppression of Bitcoin all day. We've seen that Dogecoin's floor is holding up. So Dogecoin will certainly, if we have that breakdown, we have massive support at 11.8, but we've seen massive attempts to get Bitcoin lower. So expect that possibility over the next 12 to 24 hours. So keep all that in mind if you're considering making additional purchases, or if you're simply just waiting on the sidelines to see what happens. I hope you found this information useful. Don't forget to like the video, share the video with a friend, and subscribe to the channel if you want to hear more from me. And check out BlockFi as well. I have a link in the description where you can get up to $250 with a new account that can be paid out in crypto, including Bitcoin and Ethereum. I appreciate all of you. Thank you. Until next time.